Hey, it's SJ and welcome back to my channel. So today we're gonna be talking about New Year's resolutions, and I think there are so many people who are conflicted regarding creating New Year's resolutions for themselves this year, and I totally get it. 2020 has been a really horrible year, and it's hard to, think about the future and what that could possibly look like. But I decided that I do want to make New Year's resolutions, and I actually prefer to call them New Year's goals, because I think for me, goals are much more like you can continue to work on a goal versus resolutions. I feel like if you break it, you break it. So I prefer to think of them as New Year's goals. I am keeping them very limited though. I only have 2 because I want to be very strategic and very concentrated in my efforts. So I'm going to share them with you today. Let me know in the comments below if you are making New Year's resolutions, and if you are, what they are. I'd love to know. I'm from the squad. So the first one, I feel like so many people have this goal for a new year, and that is to lose weight. So for me, what I'm doing this year that's different from my previous years is I'm going to break it down and make it very defined. So what I mean by that is I think every year I am like, I'm gonna lose this much weight and then call it a day. One thing I've learned from my new job is to create measurable objectives and then break it down by time frames so that they're achievable instead of this one overarching goal. So my goal this year, I bought a scale, and I was terrified to step on it yesterday because I was like, all right, like I feel like I might have gained a bit of weight from 2020. Now, if you follow me on Instagram, and if you're not, you should, but if you do follow me on Instagram, you'll see that I do still frequent the gym a lot. I wear my mask and all that, but our gyms are open, and so I do go to the gym probably around like 3 or 4 times a week. But my problem lies within my diet and like what I consume. I have a huge sweet tooth. It's so bad. I love like cookies and sweets, and I'm really bad about eating like vegetables and fruits and things like that. So I am going to share with you guys what my goal is, how I plan on doing it, and the tools that I'm using. So when I stepped on the scale, I actually have been very consistent in my weight. I weigh the exact same amount at the end of this year that I did at the beginning of 2020. So to me, that means that since I've been pretty consistent with exercise, I do need to change up my diet, because my scale also shares with me what my body fat percentage is, and I actually have relatively low body fat percentage, like in terms of average for females. So females body fat, according to Google, should be 20 to 30%. I am on the lower end of that, so I need to clean up some of my eating a little bit, because that means that actually a large part of my weight is from muscle. So, I don't know if everyone's gonna agree with the way that I plan on doing this, but I do just really wanna clean up my eating. And I think I'm gonna lift a little bit less heavy. I lift pretty heavy right now. If you follow me on Instagram, I do just really enjoy heavy weightlifting. But I think I'm gonna cut back a little bit on that and clean up my eating. But that being said, my goal is to lose 13 pounds this year. If I lost 13 pounds, I'd be really happy with where I am. If I lost more than that, that's fine, but I really want to lose 13. I think that'd really clean up some of the excess body fat that I have. Or if I don't lose 13 pounds, if I could just lose 1% body fat, I would also be happy with that. Either of those. But how I plan on doing that, I'm gonna start measuring myself by month. So each month I plan on losing 1 to 2 pounds, which is totally feasible, because if you look up the average, you can lose anywhere between 3 to 4 to 5 pounds per month. So my goal is much less than that, and I don't plan on changing my exercise that much, minus less heavy weights. So I want to list a little bit less heavier, keeping the consistency of how much I work out, but then what I really plan on doing this year is cleaning up what I consume. So I'm gonna do that within 2 ways. I plan on eating more fruits and veggies, and I actually bought a blender to help me with this. So I used to be really big into juicing, and I really liked smoothie bowls, but I've never really had like a hardcore blender. And I found these girls are called Twin Coast on TikTok and Instagram. They have the most yummy looking smoothie bowls, and I was just so inspired. So I was gonna buy a blender on Amazon. I actually ended up buying a Vitamix, which is more expensive than I wanted to spend, but I did find it on sale. So I bought a Vitamix to help me consume more like veggies and smoothie bowls and things like that, to help me make sure I'm getting in good things into my body. And I think that's also going to help with my sweet tooth that I have going on if I do eat more natural sweets like fruit. Okay, so that's my first goal. Lose 13 pounds. I'm gonna do that by weighing myself once a month at the end of the month, ensuring that I've lost 1 to 2 pounds a month, and cleaning up my diet. So like less processed sugar, more natural sweeteners and vegetables. My second goal for 2021 is I really want to grow my photography. If you guys follow me on this account, you know that I do photography as a side hustle. I really enjoy being able to make a little bit of extra income, but additionally doing something I love, because the core of my professional career is photography. Now I'm much more at a strategic level, but doing photography on the side allows me to get back to the basics, which I really enjoy. So I do want to grow that. I'm not going to share specific numbers because that's my business, and I don't think that's the business of the internet to know that. But I am going to strategize specific numbers for each month to add up to the cumulative goal at the end of the year, in terms of finance, followers on Instagrams, and engagement. And I'm going to post that on my wall in my home. And like I said, I don't want to share that with the internet because that is a business, but I started doing monthly assessments of myself starting about 2 or 3 months ago, and I've been so glad that I'm doing that because it shows me progression over time and it keeps me motivated. So if you have a similar goal in mind for yourself, I highly recommend doing that. I even made a video for it back in Youtuber, so I'll link that below if you want to see how I assess my own work. I'm just going to be continuing doing that. So yeah, those are my 2 goals this year. I want to lose weight, doesn't everyone? And then I want to grow my photography business. Not too much. Like, I don't want it to be overbearing, but enough that I'm still enjoying it, but providing an additional income for myself. So those are my 2 goals for 2020. Let me know below what your goals are. I'd be really interested to know what my followers are feeling for 2021. If you don't want to make any goals, that's okay too. I think that 2020 has been a rough year for everyone, and this is just a personal decision on myself that I want to focus on these things leading into 2021. So that's it, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more videos from me, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!